Evening on day 17, and this is a solution for our V pulley. So our V pulley, fairly simple one, just a lot of repetition on this one. So working from left to right, 6, and then on the same point out to 78, 18 the shaft, and then we have 50, 75, 100, 125 working outwards. Then we have our pulley section, which is at the end from the left hand edge 3, then 12, and then there's another 3 in the centre, 40 between the gap, and obviously this one's got 6, and this one also has 6 on the edge as well. So essentially we're going to do, as you near enough see here, is where we're going to draw this profile and then essentially mirror it around this centre platform. So let's get started then. So into our template, okay, and a lot of construction layers in this, so it's going to essentially be an X line from 0 to 0. Okay, I'm going to start the offset process then. So we've got 6, and then we've got 78 from the same point, like so. And what I'm also going to do is just do an offset. Do an offset then of the lines coming up. So I've got to work from the center line out now. So center line out, we've got a 18, a 50, 18, 50, 75, 100, 125. So essentially we're at 62.5 would be 125. Then we have the 100, which is 50. Then we have the 75, which will be 32.5 in there. Then we have the 50, which we know would be 25, and 18, 6.75, like so. And that's sort of then like our base. So when working through, we can know each sort of stage that we can sort of deal with. So actually, I think looking at that, so we got our 18 line. That should be our 25. That looks a bit small. It should be 37.5, shouldn't it? And there we go, that's fine. So you can always edit your X lines in there. So 18, so that's on 675, 25, yeah, there we go, looks fine. So from this section now, we've got our grid. Okay, and now what we can do is we can start working from this point. So using the dimensions on the second one, they are the same. So this is 6, so the 3 will be halfway. That edge there is 12, 3 in the centre, 40. So that's what I'm going to start working on now. So I'm actually going to do this in my drawing edge and draw directly on. So I've got the 6 running off the side. Okay. Then I'm going to offset a 12 from that point. A 3. And then this surprisingly is actually 12.5 drop. So kind of lines up quite nicely. So I'm going to put a 6 in the middle of the 12. 1.5 either side to make the 3. Essentially now when I draw, that should now be the set dimensions that I need. So there to there should be 12, which is 12. So what I'm going to do is my dims, so you have to do it once. 12. Got the 3, and then obviously that will be 6, but we go to the halfway point. That'll be 3, so which is fine. So obviously when you think about doing the others, I'm just actually going to put a line in temporarily for the second, here and here. I'm also going to put a line sort of down these points, so they're just this can sort of be referenced at a later date, so as well. So that's the sort of the mind that I'm going with at the minute. So I'm going to copy. Okay, I'm just copying that profile. I'm going to choose this edge here, and it simply drops down one, drops down two, and then three, and that's it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is fine. And by the looks of it, it looks like I've missed off a line when I, but not too much. So make sure you just select everything, not like what I did. So that's that section there. And again, this line won't actually be there, it'll be more there, and this end line won't be there, it'll be more here. So just got to do some stretching. And then this will come down all the way down to our base point. So stretch, choose a base. Lengthen. Okay, might do that one, so it's just going to be dragging them all down. You could just drag them longer and obviously trim them. Which, well, I could have done that actually. What I could have done is I could have drawn these the whole way and then copied it a whole lot across. And just trimmed it all out. It's kind of my fault really, but there we go. Last one. Like so. Now, the other ones I've got to do is I've got to do this other line here. And here, so what I could have done actually is when I did copy, now I choose 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3. Now I just do trim, it should be a lot easier to. There we go, this is what I should have done in on the first place. So there's my pulley. Now what I'm gonna do is actually I've drawn all that dim, so that kind of helps me at a minute because I can turn that off. Now just leave that V shape at the second. Now what I can do in drawing is I can now draw. I want 20mm off of that side, and I want to extend it 20mm out, so it'd be 118. So that sort of gives me my my bar. And all we're going to do is just use a little arc and use I can use start end direction. Yeah, I can use start end direction. So you start on the bottom, and I'm going to pop a line. And start end direction. Like so. I do the same on this side, to start end. I don't know why it keeps defaulting to 3 point every time you hit the space bar, but there we go, like that. And what I'm actually going to do quickly here is just draw a hidden line. So I can do this one, it's fairly easy, right over the top of this one. Send that hidden line to the back. Now I'm going to trim out this one. Okay, I can put my hidden one. Oh, I can get both that end in it. Short that one down. Send that one to the back. And there's my hidden line there, which I kind of need. So now it's a case of bringing everything back in. Okay, now what I can do is actually, whilst I'm here, is come around and change that back to a drawing so I get confused later. So mirror, further out. Select one point, select another. Raise origin source, no. Turn my construction lines off. Okay, all I need to do now is just move my cones around. So it's got to go slightly out the other way, like so. And then all I'm going to do is just copy this one here, like so, and then copy the top one on this side, like so, and I'm just going to hatch that. I'm just going to put a little hatch on, so hatch function. One hatch, two hatch. I think I'll find a bit more of a suitable hatch. Once a little bit smaller. Zigzags. It's quite a small little area, so it's. I'll just use that one. That'll be fine. Little like wooden effect apparently, but so there we have it. So all I'm going to do now is bring the hidden back to the front, so I'm drawing off. Changing the hidden lines like so. And that's essentially it at this stage. Now we've got to finish off our dimensions. So again, running from the front. Choose the right point, I suppose. Okay, so I haven't actually chosen to be 18, so let's move to get that spot on, so 18. Oh, I did 6.75, didn't I? Hence that's okay, I can come in and edit that. So if you do a dimension wrong like what I did, easy way to do it, put in a new offset. So this is going to be 9, not 6.75 like what I did. And what we can do is we can just move the lines up. Like so, just sort of come and move everything. Like so, and we do it again, same again for the bottom, so just using that stretch tool, and you did it again, a bit 8 in there rather than 9. Go 18, so that matches nicely now. Let's paste to always double check, but again, that's why AutoCAD is so easy. Imagine if you did this by technical drawing by hand. It'd be a nightmare at this stage to change. You have to basically start again. So we have it. Now, so we've got 18. I'm going to come in now. I'm going to want to basically reference everything the same way. So do linear now, linear 1, linear 2. I want that. Let's do 10. I want that 10 away. Away. I'm going to do my first big one, get a reference on this one, and also do 10 away. Second one, choose this as a reference point, make sure it stays, snap stays on 10 away. Third one, again, same reference point, 10 away. Last one then, 125, same reference point, 10 away. Now, if you probably noticed on the technical drawing that we did, these are all diameters. Okay, there's an easy way you can do that. So you can either come into the 18, double click, open up the symbol, put diameter. If you notice it's got percentage C. So what you can actually do, come in here, you can then percentage C. It's a quicker way of sort of essentially changing your dimensions. So percentage C. Like so. Okay, percentage C. Like so. Tick. So that's all that one done. Last thing we've got to do is put in our linear one, which is down here. Which was 6. So let's put that 5 min away. Don't need to 5. Maybe 10 then. And then we can do the same spot now, referencing the same bit, and we do 10 away, 78, like so. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change that line there to my center line into my landscape template. Double click, bring it into view. Okay, 1:1 scale fits quite nicely. Turn off my construction layer. No, 1.5 gets too big, so it's just going to be 1:1, like so. Change all of your details, and you'd output, and obviously then you have a drawing on a template which looks exactly the same as what we've got now. So there we are. Hope you got a lot out of that one. Little few more commands like using the stretch tools, and obviously the changing the dimensions and adding in diameters into linear based dimension tools as well. So thanks for that one, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.